Good evening, Toastmasters, judges, special guests, and fellow cadets. I like to start off with a question before I start my speech. Can you imagine a person who would defy death to save a friend and yet does not have the courage to reveal their feelings to someone they have a crush on? Or someone who can act on stage in front of a large audience but is terrified to perform the dance scene? That's just it. Bravery is an elusive and often inconsistent thing. It is the light that banishes the shadow from our bedroom so we no longer fear the illusions projected from them. So, this means to know bravery, we need to know fear. Picture this: you're in bed really late, and you see a strange shadow and hear unsettling noise coming from the corner of your room. What would you do? Lie in bed, feeling scared all night, or jump out of bed and turn on the lights to see what's going on? You make the second choice and find the shadows and noise are only from your automatic pencil sharpener bumping into the wall. Acting against potential threats around us requires showing some courage in terms of moving out of our comfort zone to face whatever the unknown phenomena are. Fears in general are the same. Either we are ruled by them or we courageously face them. Sometimes there's fear for immediate safety. In these cases, fear could, in fact, be a motivator to call up our courageous responses. Fear can, in this sense, be a useful component of bravery. Here's a funny story about me. Before COVID, I was walking home with my friends holding chips and cookies. While we were going uphill, we saw a stray dog. At that time, I wasn't afraid of dogs. The dog looked at us, and we looked at it. A moment later, however, began barking and chasing us. We began running, but I was actually sprinting faster than I ever had. We're talking warp speed. Thankfully, the dog stopped chasing us when we threw some cookies behind us as a distraction. Honestly, I never knew I could run that fast. When I told this story to my friends at school, some of them jokingly said, "Well, when you're running laps in PE class, we should let a dog chase after you. You'll be done in 2 minutes." Another time, my cousin and I went to a haunted house at Fright Night. I didn't want it to go because I was scared of the dark and the jump scares. My cousin said she would protect me, and I felt a lot better with her in this guardian role. But I realized that even she was scared because her voice was shaking as we went through the haunted house. She even cried once we were out of the haunted house. The shock of the fright caught up with her, but she had maintained her bravery so well during the experience in order to comfort me. Since then, my cousin had become increasingly brave. My cousin's bravery response reinforces that it is important to, as I'm saying, face fear and this way overcome them. My cousin was still scared of the haunted house. She's not invincible, but she faced those fears anyway, and in the process, provided a good example to me, as well as making me feel safer. Fear is a primordial psychological element which protects us through causing the physiological changes that prepare us to fight, in this way contributing to saving our lives from danger. This is why being brave means first acknowledging our fears, then dissecting them, and shining a light on them, so that they're not as scary as we imagined. Usually, when we directly confront our fears in this way, we discover them to have no more substance than a curtain blowing against a chair in the breeze. In closing my speech for today, I like to recite a journal entry I wrote when I was, believe it or not, only 12 in grade 6. It encapsulates my ideas about bravery, even nowadays, with sort of an intuitive concept of it that I didn't remember I even had. Bravery is showing up. Bravery is saying what needs to be said to the people who need to hear it, even if that person is you. It's having honest communications with yourself, your team, your community. Bravery is saying no when you know you need to. It's saying no to the wrong things so you can say yes to the right things. Bravery is having the courage to quit when you know you're on the wrong track, even if hundreds of thousands of people are headed in one direction. It's knowing when the path you're on isn't the one for you. It's taking that scary leap, swimming upstream, or wandering down unfamiliar trails. Bravery is saying something different and showing empathy for our peers around the world. It's not jumping to conclusion too quickly. It's remembering what we stand for and believing in the best of us. Bravery is bravery. Even if your surmounting of everyday challenges doesn't look that remarkable to anyone else, you're still brave. It's continuing to press on even when your stomach drops in fear, your hand shake with nerves, and your brow collects sweat. It's taking a step forward in the midst of the whirlwind gust and shouting into the chaos. I've got this. I'm still going to do it. I have to. If I don't, this fear will control me forever, and I won't have that. Back to you.